Hi. Yeah. It's a Wellness Wednesday. You're tuning to Roots FM 96.1 on the FM band. And it's great to be back in studio. Yeah, it's great to be back to our regular listeners, our regular viewers, our guest, our wonderful guest. And I want to take this time to say Happy New Year. Happy 2023. Yeah, to all of you. Thank you so much for being a part of Roots FM for another year. And of course, going into 2023, we welcome you, we bless you, and we thank you for, supporting the station and supporting Mustard Seed communities. So, big things are going to go on. Right, Owen? Big things happening in Accompong. Yeah, Maroon Village coming up. And this came up so quick as I was talking to Chief last night, and I was like, I can't believe it's Friday, And it's actually on Friday, the Maroon Fest, Accompong Town 285th anniversary. And it's huge and massive every year. And people from all over the world come and celebrate, for this special occasion. So we're supposed to be speaking to Chief Richard Curry in a little while. You can well imagine he's extremely busy. He said he would speak to us for a couple of minutes, but we do have, and of course maybe Owen might want to join this interview for a minute or two, since you know this lady, you've worked with her, you've known, of course, the radio station that she's affiliated with, which is Abeng radio station over there in Accompong. And of course, Owen and Roots FM was instrumental in helping to set up that radio station. So we have a very close connection. So it's really an honor to have the manager of Abeng on. And we want to welcome Mrs. Norma Rowe Edwards. They call her Auntie Norma. Good morning. Oh gosh. Good morning. Hello. Hi, Auntie Norma, can you unmute your mic? Good morning. Well, we're not seeing.
Good morning.
Good morning, Auntie Norma. We're only seeing your forehead. Yes, good morning, my darling. We're only seeing your forehead. Adjust your camera. Yeah, I'm just seeing your head top.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. We're hearing you. We're hearing you, my darling, but
we're having some internet challenges here in the hills.
Yeah, but I'm seeing you now and I'm hearing you. How are you, my dear Auntie Norma? Your voice gone again. What you did?
Praise God. I am good.
Wonderful.
And giving thanks to God for being in the land of the living.
Yes, man. Absolutely. What a blessing. I was just talking to someone about that this morning, that we're here. And there's nothing else that we need to say. We're there. And that is the greatest thing. We're there. Right? So welcome. We're there.
Yeah, we're there.
So a lot of excitement in Accompong. Because when I was there a couple of months ago and met with Chief Curry, he was already working at the school and doing tremendous work, he and the team. And to think that now it's up on us in 2 days, the excitement, well, I'm sure the excitement has started already, knowing, that whole energy of that whole environment. But first of all, talk to us about Abeng Radio and how old you are and how the radio station is doing at this time. And the name is so powerful. Go right ahead, Auntie Norma.
Abeng came to life, I should say, went on air on the 6th of January in 2016. And the concept of Abeng and the radio station is a brainchild of Dr. Boafo, who was then at that time the director of UNESCO. Mm-hmm. And he's the one who introduced us to the opportunity to apply and have a radio station in Accompong.
Yes.
And what better place,
I'm telling you,
to be able to launch a station, a radio station that speaks to who we are as a people
Oh,
or
yes.
peoples of African descent.
Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. So you were there from in the beginnings, right? I want Owen to also say something. Owen, of course, is the technical person who made, I mean, worked with you in a major way to set up the radio station. So that is so very important. So talk to us. You were there from the very beginnings, right? And how did you get involved with a Bang radio station, Auntie Norma?
I got involved, as I said, because the opportunity existed
Mm-hmm.
and we moved right into it,
Mm-hmm.
applied to UNESCO, and we were able to get a grant in the
Right.
amount of 25,000 US dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And we used that monies to purchase equipment and also retrofit 2 rooms in the now, which is the community center. And that those 2 rooms continue to house the radio station. I got involved again because the community wanted to have the station.
Right.
It is a community radio
Right,
station.
like us.
It's
Yes.
not a
Mm-hmm.
for profit, right? It's not a
Mm-hmm.
for profit radio station. And in order to get started, uh, none of us knew anything about radio. We were coming from different backgrounds,
Right, right.
but we had, we just wanted to be involved
Mm-hmm.
in getting the
Mm-hmm.
message out.
Well,
And
obviously you're
it was
doing.
then that we were introduced to Roots, and
Yes.
Roots
Right. We're
has
gonna.
become to us a partner
We
and a
definitely are
mentor.
partners. Yes, for sure. So we're gonna speak more about that. And Owen is also here as well. But we're gonna speak to Chief Curry, who just came on, and he has a limited amount of time because, as you well imagine, everybody over there is so very busy, including yourself, to make sure this all happens. And it's a massive festival. So and especially since after the pandemic and everything, we're waiting to see what is going to take place. People are excited about getting back to Akompong. Greetings, Chief Curry. Greetings.
Pleasant morning, greetings, Denise, Isis. How you doing?
I am blessed, and how are you, Chief?
I am giving thanks, madam, and being grateful and
Mm-hmm.
thankful for being here, being able to plan another pilgrimage to Akompong
Yes.
and celebrate, this monumental occasion, 285 years of freedom.
Right. And we also have Auntie Norma on the line as well, talking about the Abeng radio station. Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, man. It's
And
a good vibes.
I know many of the listeners might not be aware of the Abeng Radio, but Miss Norma and the team have been doing quite some
Mm-hmm.
amount of work for the past maybe 10 years
Mm-hmm.
in putting this together, and we're looking at how we then expand our reach, how we then enrich our programming, and include more, I would say, let's be more inclusive in how
Yeah.
we then deliver our package. And really, we're very pleased to be looking at the possibilities. The 6th of January coming up, um, culture as one is the theme, and
Mm-hmm.
this year the mission is unification, of the indigenous communities. And the fragmented approach has not worked,
Right.
and I think it's now that we all sit down and put things to table where
Mm-hmm.
we have to fix ourselves
Yeah.
and organize our body and move forward in unity.
I love that theme, and it makes so much sense because you said the fragmentation it's not working. It not work.
No, no,
So
no.
obviously you have to
Culture
move
as one,
forward. Mm-hmm.
of course, it's what defines us. The culture is what
Right.
defines us, and
Right.
within the communities and the people of the land, we have varying forms of cultures that we celebrate,
Mm-hmm.
but as one, meaning this is the defining unison. The
Mm-hmm.
culture as one is saying the one people, understanding the richness that abides within the collective, giving that respect and that regard to those separateness that then you become unified.
Right, yeah, yeah. And I like how you absolutely coined the whole theme, the mantra, actually, which I think you will be carrying through the year. I mean, even though it's a theme for January 6th and the Akampong Fest, but to me, that particular theme needs to be a thread that goes through the whole of 2023 and possibly beyond, because it is so very important that, this is done for sure.
Thank you, man. Yes, and this year will be so much more special because, as you mentioned, the challenges with COVID and other issues we've had in the past, we're looking to put that behind us.
Of course.
We're having a secured event with ample parking, so we don't have the congestion in the community, in a free flow of traffic, mostly pedestrianized, and the guest speakers, the lineup. We have a fantastic lineup of dignitaries and special invited guests, which I'm sure will appeal to the audience and provide a satisfactory event in terms of the message that is being delivered. And I think...
Tell us some of those speakers that you're going to be having, Chief.
Okay, so we have confirmed so far the attendance of the opposition leader, the attendance of the Nigerian ambassador, the most important of all, the Governor General, His Excellency Sir Patrick Allen, and I think we will have today. We'll have for this 6th of January one of the most significant, I'd say, 2 to 3 hours of intellect, of knowledge, and representation, which is important. The voices are needed.
Yes.
And I think the stalwarts that we have ahead of the schedule, and the package will unfold from the... I'm sorry, I might sound a little distracted. I am actually.
I can
many
tell.
things happening at once. I'm trying to double task. So sorry, let me just come back. So yes, we were saying that we have a very, very special lineup.
Those speakers will be around. As a matter of fact, what time does the festival officially start, and what time will you be having those speakers so people can gear up? Because people are going to want to hear also.
Great question. Thank you for asking that. Okay, so the gates open at 7 a.m. right, and the show starts at about 9 a.m. with the Kinder procession. We go to the Kinder tree, we march, we drum. I wanted to take this moment to highlight that Kinder is a very sacred location in a compound, and historically we would have preserved that spot by restricting the access as well as the filming of what takes place in Kinder. That has fallen short many years gone by, and Miss Norma can back me up on that. We want to restore some of these traditions and pay a little more respect to the culture, because as kids growing up, going to Kinder was a privilege. And the vending situation, there was absolutely no vending within
that particular area,
yards of that space. It's a very sacred space.
So do you intend to do that again this year to bring back that respect?
Of course, we want to, as best as possible, manage the space, right? And for that, it's then deepening and enriching the experience of Kinder. And that lasts about 2 to 3 hours. We march to Old Town and we come back, and the march to Old Town, only Maroons go to Old Town. That also will be controlled,
right?
In how we do it and how we observe.
So what happens in Old Town? Why only Maroons head there?
So the Old Town pilgrimage, that's
Mm-hmm.
where the old settlement was,
Yes.
and that's where Kojo's house was, and he's
Mm-hmm.
actually laid to rest.
Right.
They're very there's a very private aspect of our celebration that only Maroons have traditionally been allowed to partake,
Okay.
and then we tell you all kind of stories so you understand why you don't want to chance it. If you get what I'm saying,
Okay then.
right? So I will leave it at that, but more in observance of
And
the
respect.
tradition,
Of course.
and upholding certain tradition
Mm-hmm.
practices. So for us, we want to ensure that we have a enjoyable and experiential moment
Of course.
at Kinder. We have Mas Joe telling you about herbs and all these things. Sorry,
Mm.
brother Carlton, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And Mas Joe telling you about the drums and how you make these drums. We have an interactive session there to keep people while we go to Old Town
Beautiful.
and come back.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Then
And
3 o'clock we have the civic ceremony where the speakers
all
then
right. Yes.
engage the
Mm-hmm.
audience, and
Mm-hmm.
that's at the parade grounds,
Which
also known as the primary school, the
all
Upton
right, all
Primary
right. I
School.
just want to ask. Yes, okay. So that's the parade. That is now the parade grounds. Yes, that was where we met, and you were doing all that work over there um,
Correct.
a couple
Correct.
months ago. So and you and your team were working feverishly because I know I understand why now because that is actually the parade ground. So they had to be, ready, especially for the amount of people that are going to be heading there. About how many people approximately between yourself and Auntie Norma usually attend? Because I mean, I'm hearing about thousands of persons who pass through there every given year.
All right. Well, let me say this. If you're to talk about the foot traffic, I mean the number of persons coming through the space
Hmm.
throughout the day,
Yes, throughout the day.
um, you're talking upwards of 8, 10,000 people in
Wow.
that we've had in the past.
Yes.
Right? This was
Yes.
before COVID and all of that, of
Mhm.
course, right?
Mhm.
And in some years it would have dwindled because the culture.
Okay, you're breaking up.
Oh, yes,
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm saying that we haven't really paid much attention to the
To
culture in some years gone by.
right.
So that support had waned a bit,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
But we anticipate a return to those times because of the interest
Mhm.
that is now there in the Maroon history and all of what has been taking place. There are people who want to know more.
Yeah.
So I think we're at a point where we're looking for a return of, I'd say, a deep interest in Maroon affairs,
Of
Maroon
course.
history,
Of course.
and what we're doing now for the future.
And the theme and the way you're organizing the day does definitely speak to that. And the official ceremony coming up at 3 o'clock, and the different speakers and so forth. And I'm sure there'll be added speakers. Will Minister Olivia Babsy Grange be there? Because I know she usually attends these types of events as a
Well,
culture minister.
unfortunately, I have sent invitations out to a few members of the government, including the Prime Minister
Hmm.
and the Minister Grange.
Culture.
I I unfortunately have not gotten confirmation
Hmm.
of their attendance nor their ability not to attend. So at
So
this
let's
point,
see.
we're
Yeah.
still remaining positive and hoping
Right.
that there may be a late communication that will be
Hmm.
coming in.
Okay. Okay. Great.
Right.
So it starts at 7. It goes so until late at night, obviously, right? And very cultural, very spiritual experience, based on what persons have said. In terms of Auntie Norma, in terms of the radio station, because we only have a few minutes left. What role will the radio station be playing on that day? Are you doing a coverage of some of the events for Abeng?
We haven't planned a coverage as such.
Mm-hmm.
What will happen is a couple of the volunteers will be doing audio
Mm-hmm.
and video and taking
Okay.
footage,
Oh, okay. Great. Yeah.
information that we can use on
Mm-hmm.
air
Mm-hmm.
at another
At a
time.
later date,
But
yes.
that,
I'll give
yes,
thanks and praise.
I'm sorry?
Give thanks and praise. Give thanks and praise. This is Sharon Oshun, co-producer. I've been contacted by the owner of Picky Head Farms, who reminds us, Kathy Lennon, that her passion for a compound, her passion for and working with the chief and respect for Norma requires that we just mention that we, as the conscious, not only the conscious reggae movement, but the Jamaica, was it that we call it, ISIS? Our movement of
Save Soil?
Save Soil.
Yeah.
Save Soil Jamaica took us there, and she showcased us and hosted us and began the preparation and the talk about a compound and this special festival on the 6th. So we can't leave out the fact that we've been promoting and we've been talking to the people and showcasing the beauty of a compound, and also her affiliation with the Colonel. So she wants to be included in this dialogue. Thank you so much for allowing me to bring this forward.
Thank you so much. And of course, our sister friend there had a little tragedy in our family this morning, because I did ask her to be a part of this conversation as well. So thank you for that, Oshun. So we understand that it is, how we are in terms of the unity, the culture, and the theme of the event speaks to that conversation. Chief.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So I say to you,
as we seal up, yes.
The difference this year will be the inclusiveness of what we're doing.
Right.
From Saturday night, we have the Nyabingi drummers setting the tone with the night bonfire, which burns eternal right through to the 6th.
Wow.
Drumming and dancing.
Yeah.
And
that would be the Friday night. The Nyabingi.
The Thursday. The Thursday night.
The Thursday night. The Thursday night. Right. Tomorrow. Yeah. The 6th is Friday. Yeah.
Because as you know, the town is pretty active already. A lot of people in the community, helping and building up and getting things ready. So we normally have events going to up to the 6th, but this year we want to enrich it. So we have the Nyabingi, who've been here a few days now, been talking and engaging and discussing.
Beautiful.
Communities. It's like we need to enrich the connectivity amongst the different groups. Also tomorrow now we'll also have the mentor band, right? Throughout the day the mentor band will be providing entertainment, right? And giving people the full exposure to the different forms of the culture. And we have recently renovated and updated our museum, so we have a lot of things.
So that's completed now. Here. The museum completed for the event.
We're about 8. Correct. We're about 80% where we're satisfied to happen.
So it will be open for the 6th.
100%.
Great.
100%.
Looking forward, yeah.
Right, so preservation of culture is key. So thank you again. I'm looking forward to everybody. Please leave the weapons. No weapons allowed.
Is there a charge? I forgot to ask. There's no charge, right?
There's a charge. $1,000 at the gate. And we ask everybody to please, come out, your best behavior. Understand that we have the full capacity to handle any situation that may arise. Okay. We're also working alongside the JCF with dignitaries coming into the space. There
right,
needs
you have
to
to
be,
have the security for
extra.
Sure. Yeah.
Correct. Correct. So all of that, we've done a lot to make sure that we have a safe event this year, and we hope everyone comes out and share with us 285 years. Great. Culture as one, unification through peace and friendship.
Culture as one. Great theme. Thank you so much, Chief. We know it's going to be a very, very awesome occasion, like it usually is, and more so this year, based on the speakers that you have, and just based on the whole reopening of the museum, and the whole energy of the 285, the anniversary. Very, very powerful. Thank you so much. Bless you and see you soon.
Thank you, Chief.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Norma. Thank you, Isis.
Auntie Norma. Yes, we have a minute to go, and we want you to seal it up. You started it, and you're going to seal it up for us with your beautiful face there and your cultural aware. What would you like to say in closing in terms of a bang? And as the chief said already, the activity has started within the community. What are your thoughts going into this mammoth occasion coming up on the 6th?
first of all, to send the message to all who are coming that we are all a work in progress, okay? And there are many things that intersect as we go across, as we experience life. However, what we want to instill in all, my personal and also from a Bing, we're growing and we continue to grow with one agenda, which is to inform locally and also in the diaspora all of who we are as peoples of African descent, and to bring a mission to educate to all, so that they will understand who we are first, going back to our roots, and also the value that we contribute to society using the radio station. What is most also important is we are really, we need funds. We need monies to operate.
And that's a given.
Station, and that is so important. We had a GoFundMe account going, and unfortunately, in the first year, we were able to garner a third of what we were seeking funds to get a radio station.
Right.
We're operating in 2 rooms. Yeah.
What we're going to do, though,
also,
Auntie Norma, because we're out of time, we're past time, and we have another program starting. So what I'm going to do is see to it that you come back on in another, probably a week or so, and we have Owen as well involved as well to come on to speak about the work he did and the work that needs to be done as well for the Abeng radio station. But I want to say thank you so much. I know you're going to have great celebrations coming up on January 6th, and I thank you for your time, and we look forward to speaking to you again very, very soon.
Thanks for having me.
You are,
and thanks to our listeners.
All right. Thank you so much. Talk to you again very, very soon. Thank you, Auntie Norma.
You're welcome.
Right. Yes. All right. And we say thanks also to my co-producer, Sharon. I'm not sure if she's still there, but Sharon Chambers. Thank you so much. And we thank Chief Richard Curry. And, of course, big celebrations coming up January 6th. As a matter of fact, starts tomorrow night with the Nyabingi drummers. And there's a whole lot of activities, speakers, and all of that. It starts at 7 o'clock on Friday. And, of course, wow. Let's see what happens. We're really looking forward to make a trot, but we don't know. Let's see what happens. All right, so we're going to go right into it in just a minute. Where's Owen Brown to have our Sister Queen segue into, Make We Talk. We're going to take a quick pause so Owen can set it up. Owen just disappeared from me. So, OB! All right, so we're going to go right into it. All right, your Roots FM 96. Thank you all on Facebook Live. Thank you all on Denise Isis Miller page. We went over a minute or two. We do apologize, but we're going to take this quick break and come right back to Arlene. I wonder if Arlene I go accompany. I don't know. Of course, she would love that. Arlene would love it.
The Music Feel Reggae Show on Roots FM with Music Feel, DJ Sogi and SK. Every Wednesday, 5 p.m. till 6:30 p.m. This is the complete show where you get music updates, artist interviews and reviews. The Music Feel Radio Show is brought to you by the legendary Backyard Magazine. Know your roots.
New budget supplies, massive price buster now on. Want to redo that kitchen? Retile that old floor? Stop that leaking roof? Make over the bathroom? It's now or never. White toilet from